Welcome to our navigating command class today. My name is Josie with Scott Leroy Marketing. Thank you so much for joining us. Today is going to be a walkthrough of the basics of command, just to show you all the different options. There are a lot. And I'm just admitting everybody in right now. I'm using Firefox private mode. I was a diehard Google Chrome user before this job, but I've found that using Firefox private mode is the most compatible with command. So if you are resistant like me, I would invite you to just give it a try. So we've got Firefox in private mode, and we're going to get started by going to agent.kw.com, and that'll take us to command. I'm going to use Lori Godfrey's account today. So a fun fact is that your username is not case sensitive, but your password is. And if you have saved passwords on your browser and you're not sure what it is, you can always click on the little eyeball to show you what it is if you're logging in from a different browser. All right, so we're going to click on sign in. If you're just joining us, we're doing navigating command. And we're just going to agent.kw.com with our username and password. And if you have any questions, feel free to add it in the chat. I'll try to get to you. All right, well, this is our main page, our command dashboard. And this is completely customizable by clicking on this button here. I'm going to take you through what she has here, and then I'll show you how we can edit it a little bit. She wants to see her tasks when she very first signs in, which is great if you're a checklist person like I am. So tasks first thing, we can order it by due dates and also by opportunity tasks. Next to that, she's got design updates. So these are some of the new designs KWRI has come out with, so you can post those on social media or as an email campaign. And then she's got her goals right here. Looks like they may not have been set, but she could see how she's doing in comparison to her goal. And then these are ordered by year to date. If you see this button right here, you can also order it by month to date. Next to that, she's got product updates. So this is command telling us what's new, which is always exciting. We love when they roll out new stuff. We can also click on what's next, and that will show us what they're working on. Scrolling down, database health is currently compared to agents in her market center, basically just giving you an idea of how you're doing comparatively for your different database options, phone number, email, addresses, and neighborhoods. Looks like we're doing good on email. Anything above 50% is pretty good. And the notepad, it's basically, if you're a post-it note person, this is your new post-it note. I'm going to make a note, and this will be here next time. 9/13. So you just type it in and click off of it, and it saves automatically. So think of that as your virtual post-it note. And then down here, she's got recent leads, and it shows how long ago. And then if you look at the 3 dots on the side, that's always more options, like another menu. You can unmark it, or you can add them straight to a smart plan from here. And at the bottom, you can see we're viewing page 1 of 4, so we could scroll to the right if we wanted to see more of those. Scrolling back up to the top, we're going to click on Customize Home. So the small ones, you're able to just grab it, drag it to where you want it, and release it. And then the same with the bigger ones. These just aren't interchangeable that way. And then if you're somebody who doesn't care about the database health, or let's say you don't necessarily worry about goals or design updates, you can uncheck those and that will be removed from your dashboard. Remember to click on Apply if you make any changes. All right, so that's where we first log into, is just kind of an overview. Right next to that is the Connect button. This is sort of like our Facebook feed. I'll give you a little idea of what that looks like. It looks almost exactly like a Facebook news feed, and there's different groups that you can belong to as well. I'm going to click off of that. So that news feed had a profile, and I'm going to show you where that profile came from. And it's right over here in the right-hand corner by your name. If you click on Profile, this is basically when people are looking for referrals or they're in the Connect settings, looking at that news feed. This is what other agents are going to see. So this is something you can edit to show other agents why they should send their referrals to you. So you can edit your bio right here. And that would be a different sort of bio than maybe you would have for client-facing bios. So something cool to know here. Also, I don't know if you've ever done a name change, but it is not editable from this page, just heads up. All right, and then moving back, we have our marketplace. This is where you can add different integrations such as Dotloop, DocuSign, Homekeeper. There's all sorts of trainings in there that you can add as well. So this is where you will get those. It's a little storefront facing thing. And then next to that, if you're on any type of social media, you know what this is. This is your notifications bell. We can see that we did an export recently. So your exports, your imports, all of those sort of notifications will come in here as well. You can dismiss one at a time or dismiss them all. And then this is your help center right here. It's just this question mark. You can do a guided tour. You can do Keller Williams University. You can post an idea, which is great because, as we know, Command is built by agents for agents. So if you had a great idea that's not already out there, go ahead and post that in there, and that way the developers can see what our agents' needs are. And then you can chat with support, and a little support bot will come up. There's some options for you to click on. Generally, we just click on Get in Touch, and we can do a live chat that's open, I believe, from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Or we can just leave a message and let them know what it is that we're in need of. So the question mark is your help center. All right, now we're going to go back to this. This is our picture with the drop down. Now she's on a team, so this might appear differently than yours, but if you were on a team, that would appear first. If you were on a team and then off the team, you're going to want to make sure that this is removed. And that can be done by your MCA and your Market Center. We already looked at profile and marketplace, and now I will show you settings. There's a lot of options under here. So if you're looking for something poking around, chances are it's under the settings. It's going to take its sweet time. There we go. So this is our integrations. These are things that we've added from the marketplace. So you can see she's added DocuSign. She has Facebook post scheduling, but she doesn't have the there it is, Facebook Ads Manager. So that's important to know. You have to have these both connected right here. It says connected and not connected. So she at this time would not be able to post a paid ad because it's not connected. And that will want to connect through your Facebook business page. And we do have some videos if you need help setting up your Facebook business page or other social media business pages. Let's see, we've got Twitter, Keller covered. She's not connected her Google Calendar, but that's a great way to stay on top of your schedule. You can also connect your Gmail. If you add somebody into your Gmail, it will automatically sync to Command, which is kind of cool. Google AdWords is unfortunately down right now. It's as far as Command goes. So I believe KWRI is aware of that and they're working on that. And then this is your Command email. It is connected and we're going to click on Manage. Command will give you 5,000 emails to send a month for free. And if you ever need to increase that, just click on Manage Subscription. But this way you can kind of see how your email is currently configured. So Lori Godfrey, that's the name that we want people to see when we send something out. If we wanted to edit that, we could do so from there. And then this is the reply to email. So if somebody's responding to like a smart plan or a campaign that we've sent out, this is the email that they'll reply to. We can change that and we can even add a custom email. So that'll do it for integrations, and you can connect more apps here or right here. Either one will take you to the same place. Now over here you see all these settings. So she's got general settings, her default account. This might not appear the same for you. Command settings, this is where you can find the different settings for opportunities, reporting, contacts, etc. You probably won't use that too much. But connect settings and marketing profile is one that you will use all the time. This is where all your marketing comes from. So marketing profile, again, you click up here on your name, you go to settings, and then you come over here and it's under connect settings. So it's 4 clicks away. Give that a minute to load. If we give it a countdown, it'll probably move faster. There we go. One important thing I want to point out is if your website and your app are not branded to you, meaning it's a generic kw.com page, or the app is a generic page, it doesn't have your name on it, it's usually 9 times out of 10 because this little green button isn't toggled on. So check for that if your stuff isn't branding correctly. Feel free to reach out to us too. We're always here to help you. So on the marketing profile, if you take the time to set this up, everything will go smoothly from here. So I would recommend checking this out. The headshot is very important. If it appears distorted, stretched out, smushed in, right here, it will look that way everywhere. So if you're having a hard time getting that sized, reach out to us, support@scholarlymarketing.com. And we can help you get that added or resized. The recommended size is 360 by 360. So perfect square that fits in the circle. Now the team logo, it has worked itself out. You can see it does look a little bit distorted, but Command is smart enough to fix that, so that's great. If you don't have a team logo, we still recommend throwing some sort of logo in there. So you could do the Realtor R logo, you could do a KW logo, whatever you want. But there are some smart plans that go out that have a blank spot where this is, and it looks like a broken image. So this will just make everything look very smooth and pulled together. And we will go into more detail on this page along with setting up your basic website pages on our Command 101 class, which we have recorded on our YouTube channel. And let's see, do we have that coming up this month? I think next month we have it because we just did that one. Oh, website 101, website 201. So check for that on our schedule, and I can drop this in the chat as well. All right, going back to Command. The first name and last name has a red asterisk, so of course you're going to want that, and we just recommend double checking with your broker if you have an official first name, but you go by a shortened version of that name, for example, Joseph or Joey. Just check with your board before you do any marketing in your nickname. She's got her license number, And then the team name, we recommend putting something here, whether or not you're on a team. And let me see, I'm going to show you really quick what that looks like. I'm going to hop around for just a second, but I want to show you why that's important. It's on the drop-down menu of your website. And if you don't have that filled out, it just says your agent. So that's important for branding. I want my clients to know as soon as they hop on my website page that it's mine. Command is so slow today. I'm sorry, guys. Live classes are fun. All right. I'm going to go on until it decides it wants to move for me. The slogan is now required. So if we did your setup, we probably put in for all your real estate needs, but you can put anything there if you've got any special branding for your team or for your business. And then she's got her designations in here, which is great. That's going to appear on all her marketing. And I'm going to show you a real quick tip how to add that little R in the circle, the Realtor R logo. So you're going to hold down your Alt key. And if you want to do it along with me at the same time while you're holding that key down, oh, of course, then it decides to move. All right, gotta love it. We're going to go back. Okay, I'm going to settings, connect settings, and marketing profile. And then I'll go back to that and show you the importance of that. For all your real estate needs, oh, the Realtor R logo. Okay, hold down your Alt key and at the same time type in 0174 and let go. And there you go. You can select military affiliation, and then from there you can designate which branch of service you're in, which is great for referrals. Her bio is thoroughly typed out and spaced, and how it appears here is how it appears everywhere. So if this was all squished in together, it would not be a simple read for your clients. So we just recommend just double checking your spacing, spelling, maybe have somebody proof it for you. And if you did your setup with us, we have a generic bio in there for you. She's got her mobile phone and office phone, but I do recommend in all my classes to put your mobile phone for your office phone. Unless you're on a team and you have a central office phone, then of course do that. But you see we have a separate area right here for our brokerage office phone number. So this way, any of the pages that I create on my website, any of my marketing that goes out, I know my clients are going to go directly to my cell phone. She's got her @kw.com email here. You can use any email you'd like. And here she's got her .kw.com website. It does have to have the https:// in front of it. And if you've added the www. It will not work. So just maybe test that link out before you build your website. Then we've got our DBA logo, our brokerage license business name, address, city, state. Legal footer text is not necessary unless you're in a certain state that has specific verbiage that requires something here. But we do have legal footer text already added to our web pages. I'm going to show you that really quick. Hopefully I'm not scrolling too fast. Here we go. Each Keller Williams office is independently owned and operated. So this will automatically appear on every page that you create or that we've created for you within your command website. So looking at this back on our marketing profile, you really could put whatever you want in there. And then legal footer links. If you are in New York or Texas, there are specific links you have to put in here with your standard operating procedure, your IABS, and your CPN, Consumer Protection Notice. So we can help you add that. You can also add your Redfin partner profile in here. We can help you do that as well. So you just click on the little plus sign to add that. Legal footer images, nothing's required here as far as we've seen so far. So you can add anything. You can put in a bold logo. If you're affiliated with, Homes for Heroes or something like that, you can add that in. Keep in mind, it's very small. And then your social medias, you're going to want to make sure it's your full link and not just your handle. like at Lori Godfrey, that wouldn't work. These are actual links that are clickable from your website. And then Google Analytics ID. This tracks traffic to your website, and unfortunately, Google Analytics has recently done an update. Command is working so that we can be compatible with that. So unfortunately, at this time, if you did have a Google Analytics tracking ID here, it's not currently tracking traffic to your website. If you made any changes here, you're going to want to make sure you click on Save. That's a big one. And then I just wanted to go back. So if I wasn't on a team and it didn't say anything here, on my drop-down menu on my page, it would just show your agent. So that's just one little tip we have to kind of personalize that a little bit more for you. And that's about it for settings right here. So now we're just going to get started on all of the applets that KW has to offer you within Command. You can hover over each of these and it'll tell you what it is. But if you don't want to take your time to do that, just click on the little box and it'll pop out and show you what each one is. So home is where we were. And now we're going to go straight to contacts. And you're going to probably spend a lot of time in here. Your database is your data bank, right? Let's do a countdown and see how long it takes for this page to load. And 10, 9, here we go. Okay, awesome. So right now it looks like we have 10 contacts. If you wanted to see more than 10 at a time, and this took me way too long to figure out, you would click on this and then you could see up to 500 at a time. I kept clicking on this arrow and that arrow. No, right here. So that's a great tip for you. You can customize your columns. You can do a different sort of view if you wanted maybe a table view instead of a list view. We are currently doing our smart view that we've saved, and you can tell we've got our filters on right here. So if you only wanted to search somebody who was in your database class and you've taken the time to tag them, you would just deselect all those filters and click on apply, and nobody's there. Let's see if we have anyone in our second database class. Oh, we got one. So you can search by filter if you want to look for more than one person at a time, but if you know specifically one person you're looking for, you can search by first, last name, email, address, or all of it. And then from here, if you click on the three dots, you can edit your contact, add activity. You can even make a copy and share it. Let's say if you're doing a referral, view smart plans, lots of options there. And then if you have a database from, let's say, Boomtown or some other CRM you were working with, you could click on import here. This is the template that Command uses. It is very, very specific, however. So if you need help formatting that, just reach out to us, support@scottleroymarketing.com, and we can help you out. And then you can add a contact just one off. And then you just have to put something in here. I think I already have Daisy Duck. Let me think who else I can add. I probably have Mickey Mouse, but we'll just try it. You're going to want to put as much information as you can in here, but if you just have their name, that's fine. I probably already have that one. Perfect. And then if you needed to export your contacts, you would just do that right here by clicking on the three dots, and you can even export mailing labels from here. I'm going to go to Smart Plans. Oh, no, this is my tasks, sorry. So if you are that checklist person, you can see right away you've got contact tasks and opportunity tasks. If we had a task, we could search it by name if we weren't able to see it right here. And then you also have completed, archived, and expired. And you can create a new task right here by clicking on this top right button, Create New Task. And then since she has that designated to come up on her homepage, that'll automatically pop up. Below that, we've got Smart Plans. Smart Plans is a lot of fun. There's a lot of options. Um, we recommend maybe getting started with some of the basic ones that KWRI has already added. Now your Smart Plans page might look a little bit different than mine, but I'm going to show you where you can find them. You're going to go to Library. So go Smart Plans, My Smart Plans, and then Library. And this is where you're going to add new Smart Plans. Eventually. You're still here. You didn't leave. Oh my goodness. My internet just died. I love teaching at live classes. Oh my gosh. Somebody please laugh in the chat because oh my goodness sakes. All right, can you guys still see my screen? Screen 2? Okay. In the chat here. Okay, share. Okay. Okay. Oh, what can you see on my screen? Can you see it all now? It should be the smart plans. Okay, perfect. We have a little bit of storm, but like this is normal for Florida, so I don't know what's happening. My internet's good. All right, well, moving on. These are some of the featured smart plans, and these are by different authors. We've got Marty Miller, Fred Moore. So you can author a smart plan and share it with everybody in KWRI if you want. You can click on See All right here to see more. If you know sort of what you're looking for, just search it up right there. You can also view by category. We're just going to scroll down to view by category. These are the ones that Keller Williams has created for us. So we've got the biweekly neighborhood nurture, 8x8, quarterly call plan, midterm nurture, and these are great. It tells you when it was published, a little description, when it was published, how many downloads, and then a star rating, kind of like the App Store. And then it'll tell you right here, just an overview of what the plan is. There's 3 steps involved, 15 days duration, 1 touch. And then you can click on Add Smart Plan, or you can view the steps in further detail. And we do have a Smart Plans class that Taylor teaches, and she is incredible. So I would invite you to hop on there. Okay. And then we've got our top rated. So people have rated it 5 stars. So here's a Halloween, a Happy New Year. And then here's what's new. So lots of options for your smart plans. And going back to My Smart Plans, you can even create your own by clicking on the Create button. It'll walk you through what your different options are. There are some smart plans that do require a Twilio connection. So just keep that in mind if you're seeing this message. You don't have to add Twilio, but if it is a plan that requires a text message, that's not going to work. Below the smart plans, we have our referrals. And this is kind of a dashboard overview. We've got 9 pending invites, pending referrals, received and sent. And the referrals platform, you can pretty much get anywhere from anywhere, so feel free to click around. You're probably not going to break anything. If I click on this little caret right here, I can get a brief summary with her bio and her stats. And then if I click on her name, it'll take me directly into her profile. We can also click on My Referrals, and I can see sent referrals or received. And then right here, we've got pending, active, funded, lost, expired, and rejected. I just want to show you the map really quick because it's super fun to play with. I'm in Florida, but if I had a friend that that was buying a house in Idaho Falls, I could search Idaho Falls right here, and it'll pull up some of the top agents in that area. It looks like right now it's sorting it by random, but I can also sort it by closed units and listings sold, however I want to look at that. Now, if I zoom in a little bit more, this represents the number of houses in that area. And as we get a little bit closer and I hover over some of them, it'll show me, I might need to zoom in a little more. So do you see all the red dots, how I zoomed in a little bit more? Now it's showing Ross Mangum sold those. So if I wanted somebody who really specialized in that area, I could decide to choose him. If you want to do a broadcast referral, it has to be under 50, I believe. So we would want to get our filters down a little bit. But let's say if we wanted to search for somebody who's just military associated, we could click on apply filter. And then we've got Jody and David Steo, Dwayne. And then now you see this option is no longer grayed out, and we could do a broadcast referral from there. Basically, I could tell my my client's information, still keeping it confidential, but kind of telling these agents what they're looking for. And then I could decide whether or not I wanted to accept them as my client's agent or not. So pretty cool. And then if you also click on my network, it'll show you who I've already accepted as a referral, part of my referral network. So if I've already made relationships with these people, maybe at family reunion or mega camp, I would want to probably work directly with them. So I'd click on send referral. So that is your referral network overview. And I believe we are going to be going more into depth on that on the 23rd. So feel free to join that class if you want to explore and play with me. We've got our opportunities class, or sorry, our opportunities icon right here. And that's the little handshake. This is your money-making opportunities. So you're going to hopefully spend a lot of time in here. It shows you this view first, so listings, buyers, leases, and then each different stage within the listings. So I'm going to come into Cultivate and just click on that. And I've got Donald Duck right here. Let's say Donald Duck, I'm no longer watching him. Now we are hot. So we're going to just grab it and drag it over. So it's pretty easy to move like that. And then if you wanted to move him straight into active, you can just grab it. And do you see how that green active lights up? You can do that too. Hold on. Is it lighting up? There you go. So that would just drop him straight into active. My preferred way to look at opportunities, I'm just going to click back out on that. Instead of trying to hunt for people, trying to find which which section they're in. I'm just going to click on all opportunities. And right here, I've got them all. So we're not wasting any time. And then we can just put in our address right here. This is showing 25, but we can opt to show more. We do have some opportunities classes that we would invite you to join us for, Opportunities 101, and we've also got some videos that goes into further depth on that. Next is campaigns, and that's the little megaphone looking icon right here. You can see the only connected channel we have right now is Facebook. If I had email or I think that's Google AdWords, Twitter, it would be in green. But right now, the only one in that teal green is Facebook. So this is, again, the dashboard. From here, we can look at the quick posts. This is something KWRI has done that we can just take it and use it as our own, which I love. The neighborhood videos are super easy to work with as well. From here, we can go to paid ads. This would be for Facebook. And then social posts, the difference between the social post and the paid ads are these will pop up on people in your area or in your whatever boundaries you've set for your paid ads. But those are the ones that you see that pop up while you're scrolling. And then we can do emails, direct mail, and then the social posts, they just go on your Facebook page. So only people who like your page will see the social posts, whereas the paid ads are a little bit more targeted. And then we can also go to create campaign right here. Again, lots of classes that go more into depth on that. I do want to point out if we were going to do a paid ad and we clicked on create campaign, let's say we did a social ad and we wanted to do the design ourselves, we would want to make sure our design was also a social ad. So I'm going to hop down to designs really quick and we hit create design. It must also be social. So you wouldn't do an email design and then try to publish it as a social campaign. Hopefully that makes sense. Lots of options in designs. We've got 23, it looks like, already here. You can import designs and create designs. I'm going to hop into reports for a second, and then I just want to spend the last few minutes on the consumer because that's probably where we spend the most time. This is just an overview of the database. Again, we kind of saw a synopsis of this on the first page. We've got our reports right here. We can go in here for our goals and do goal setting. And then it will also give us reports on lead routing, emails, texts, and calls, just so we can get a good visual aspect of how we're doing for our business. That's just taking us into a guide that will walk you through goal setting. Designs we touched on, I'll show you listings really quick. This is the yard sign. And it looks like we do have a few listings here, which is awesome. This just pulls over directly from the MLS. If you don't have any listings here, but you do have listings with your MLS, you're going to want to click on Sync My MLS. Hers is already synced. You would put in the MLS ID number, and then it would ask you if you're the primary listing agent. And after you confirmed, you would check your email for a verification, and then your MLS is then speaking to your KWLS, your command. And then there's also a search option on here, which I haven't played with too much. We'll see if it'll play nicely. I'm going to scroll into Idaho Falls area. And then it'll show you on the right-hand side some different options in that area You can get kind of an overview of how the market is there. And then last but not least, consumer. So it's the very bottom left on this row of applets. And it's going to take us straight to agent site pages. So a lot of times we get the question, what is my URL? What is my agent site? This is it right here. And then these 3 pages are the 3 pages she has in her drop-down menu. And because we have the teal eyeball, that means the page is live. And if it was a grayed out eyeball, that means that page has not been published yet. And we do a Website 101 class where we help you create About Us, About Me, and Contact Us. If we wanted to come in here and make any edits, let's say we changed our headshot on our marketing profile, but it hasn't changed on our About Me page yet, you could come in here and click on those 3 dots. And then any configuring of any pages is going to be done by clicking Configure Widgets, where we always do all our editing from the right-hand side. The left-hand side is just basically a preview. Our only widget here is Agent Profile, and this is where we would replace our headshot, swap out our bio, different things like that. And then if we made any changes, we would click on Save and Apply. I'm going to get out of here because I'm not making any changes. Next to that, we have landing pages, which is often used for open houses or new listings. So the website is, 3 to maybe 7 pages of just your website. It's has the search function in it. Whereas a landing page is a standalone page, and it's just it's almost like you built a web page just for that listing. And these are super easy to make. We do have a class that goes over that. You can see right here the leads that have come in from the landing page. And if you wanted to edit your landing page at all, you would click on the 3 dots. You can edit it. You can change your URL. So I'll show you what this looks like really quick. See how it has this random series of letters and numbers? But if I wanted it to look a little bit sleeker, I would just come in here and change it to the address, HIPISCUS Street, and then click on Create. And then it just changed the end part of that slug. We've also got Guide Builder and Collections, which we go into more detail on our tip videos. And I do want to show you site and app settings right here. There's a lot of options in here. So it's going to take us to our general page, and this is where our agent site hero text comes from. So I'm going to jump back over here and show you what that is. So this is what they're referring to as hero text. So you can change that to whatever you want right here. You can change it to whatever your slogan is. If you are on HGTV, like my friend Jody, you could change it to that. Whatever you want to do there. It looks like you've got 50 characters to work with. And then these are hero images. And we've got 5 of them here. And those are just these 5 that scroll through kind of like a slideshow. And if this doesn't look anything like where you're doing business, feel free to change those photos out. We recommend Shutterstock or something like that, so you're not using any copyrighted images. And we do have those links on our website 101 notes, so feel free to join us for that. We can only have 5 images here though, so if I wanted to add a new one, I would have to delete one first. So you'd click on the little garbage can. Once you do that, it'll give you the option to upload. Below that is basically we refer to this as a forced lead capture. That's how you guys know it in the business. But this helps you to control how many properties the visitors can view before asking for their contact information. So right now hers is unrestricted, so we're not asking for their contact information at any point. We could say we'll give them 10 options to look at. If you did your setup with us, chances are you're at 2 properties. So they get to check out 2 properties before we ask them, before KWRI command asks them for their contact information. Or you can say none. You don't get to look at any pages unless you give me your contact information. You can also change on your landing page for your download my app, we can change that. That's customizable up to 50 characters. You can also do virtual tours if you've got one of those. You can edit those from here. And then preferences on the right-hand side has the arrow clear over here. And this just enables Keller Mortgage on your app and site, Keller Covered, and Neighborhoods. So I would recommend making sure those are enabled. If you made any changes, click on Save Changes here. Now we're going to hop over to URLs. So this is our subdomain. So kw.com is the main domain, and then whatever yours is the subdomain. So she's got the Godfrey Real Estate Group right here. You can change that if you want. Maybe you haven't printed your business cards yet. You would just come over here, type the new one in, and click on Save Changes. If it's available, it will be approved. It does take 15 minutes before that link is live and before your page is live again, so just keep that in mind. It looks like they only give you up to 30 characters here. Now the app URL settings, this is not customizable at all, but you can just come in here and copy that if you'd like. And then Save Changes again. We also have the opportunity to add featured listings to our website. And I'll show you what that looks like real quick. We're back on her website. This is her live website, the way the consumers would see it. You can have up to 12 featured listings here, but this is a great way to feature your listings right away on the very home page so that clients are seeing that right away. You can change the headline if you would like, and this is where you would select which listings you want. You can search only my listings or all listings. We recommend checking with your broker if you're advertising other people's listings. And then you can search by property address or MLS number, however you want to do it. And once you find the one you're looking for, you just hit select and then done. So that is featured listings for you. You can delete one at a time or all at once. And then the theme, this really doesn't make a difference at all. You can choose from red or dark, but it's so subtle you wouldn't notice it. So just keep that in mind. If you do change it, it does also take up to 15 minutes. And then agent site pages right here. If we had created a page that wasn't published yet, this is basically the publisher of the pages. So we would click on add page right there. I don't have a page right now, so I'm not going to do that. But you can also reorder your pages here too. So if I wanted, I believe contact us is probably the last thing that you should have on your website. But if you wanted to change that and have it at the top, you can do that. So basically you just grab it, click on it, and then let go. And that'll reorder the pages on your website. And this is our finished product. This is what your clients will see. Now for agents, there is no login per se. All of our logging in and our back office agent is through command. So there's no longer an agent login feature for your app or for your website, as these are completely consumer facing. And if you were logging in as a client, this is what you would see. She's got her About Us page, contact us. And these are where your social media links pull up. I'm not going to click on hers because hers is actually broken. But this would take you straight to her business Facebook page. So there you have it, the finished product. I would love to have you join us. We have classes every day, Monday through Friday at 1 p.m., holidays excluded. And then we've got our upcoming classes right here. You can decide if you're seeing it in Eastern, Central, Mountain, and I'll drop that link in the chat one more time. And that's about all I have. Thank you for enduring with me, even through our little internet power outage. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording now and hang on for just a few minutes in case anyone has any questions. Thank you again, and I hope you have a great week.